Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, and I saw that statue pop in when we loaded. Don't think I didn't notice that. In the last episode, we entered and almost did the entirety of the Woodfall Temple, getting the map, compass, 2/3 of the stray fairies, like exactly, I think we have 10 out of 15. In fact, we do. And we even got the big key, as well as the hero's bow, but we had to leave a little bit prematurely at the turn of the new day. Well, the next day even, because I had to leave for the lottery, and we're probably going to have to Sports Almanac Back to the Future in order to win, because we're just not getting any of the numbers correct. But now we are back, so we can actually finish off this dungeon from when we left off, and to start off with, we got to jump onto this platform here, and I want to pull out my bow, get into position, because we need to light this torch, and we just do what we do before. I didn't nail it, but what you're supposed to do is shoot through the fire to transfer the flame. Like that. Wow, that is a shot. I don't think you could have got any more accurate than that. Normally I have a little bit of trouble aiming that, even on both versions of the game. But we actually still need to go toward that torch, because we need to flip that switch. Why do most of these places have, like, these posts have lips? Looks odd. We're too light, so we have to take off the mask in order to press down the switch, and that's how we make that chest appear. I'm going to slap on the Deku mask again, so I can get a little bit of running start. Bounce off the water. There we are. Whack you on the way, so I don't have to waste time. And we can actually climb steeper slopes a little bit faster as Deku Link, so that's not that big of a problem. There we are. Yet another stray fairy. I believe that is the 11th one. That is indeed the case. T-pose to assert my dominance with that flip. And yeah, we're done in this room. The last 4 should be in the final room. And as I said at the end of the last episode, the reason why I left this to this episode instead of doing it the last one before doing the boss is because that, well, gives me a better chance to explain a little bit better, or to reiterate what I said at the end of the last episode. We're going to have to do the boss twice. We're going to need to do... once I go through the door, I'm going to go through the N64 version first, and then segue back to the 3DS version to show both versions of the boss, because this goes for pretty much all bosses of Majora's Mask. They changed the bosses quite substantially in the 3DS version, and personally not for the better. I know they tried to make it so it was a little bit more difficult, so they were a little bit more lengthy, so they eat up a bit more time, but I think they fixed what wasn't broken. This is one of the instances where it's probably not the best. Also, by the way, as I said, we're going to get the last of the stray fairies here. We're going to have to make a stop to the Great Fairy at some point to reassemble her. So we've got to remember to do that. We can easily walk back here, so it's perfectly fine. But yeah, when we go through the door, we're going to be going to the N64 version first, and we're going to... since that's the better version, and then we're going to come back to the 3D version. Of course, I'm going to be going to that version after I've recorded. What am I doing? I should not have came up here. This was a mistake. Definitely a mistake! I did not realise that Skulltilla was up there, and I'm still up here. This is pretty bad. Can I take this off so I can jump back? I did not even jump. I just went into a free fall. Thank you, game. Let me get back up there. God damn it. Now, okay. Smack me in the face. That's just rude. Can you come back here so without you scatmanning? Can I kill you, please? Thank you. Okay, now that problem's taken care of. Let's get back up there. You know, considering how bad I screwed that up, that was kind of shocking of me, to be perfectly honest with you, but I want to put on the mask, shoot that bubble, which I believe is in the other fire. No, it isn't. I think that isn't changed, now I come to think of it. But now we have all the stray fairies, which is exactly what we need. I did not shoot the crystal switch. What am I doing? I just want to get to the boss. But to do that, I've got to hit this switch. There we are. They're not going to be down for long. We've got to be quick. So I need to pop it in here. Then I need to cancel this in mid-flight. So I hop down here. Then I've got to fly straight across so I can make it to this platform. I should be able to hit the edge. There we are. I'll pop in here to hop out, to go up top. If you try to go from the edge that I shot that crystal switch straight to that flower, you'll just go into a free fall. You will not make it. And don't bother going for those 20 rupees. They're trapped. You can see that these Skulltillas are there. And to be honest, you could take care of them with your arrows. Yes, you can roll with the pots. You whack them with your feet. You could potentially, you know, Don't know why I put on the mask, but yeah, you could potentially shoot that guy and then get the rupee, but you would have to make another lap for the room anyway, and it's not really much point. But yeah, I do want to be Deku Link, so I can get into this room to fight him as Deku Link, but that's for the 3DS version. In the N64 version, you want to be human. Here we are, in good old, roughly 20 FPS at 480 ID interlaced with quality. Yes, well, I'm actually commentating over actual gameplay on the N64 version, because, as I said, I've got to cover these bosses in the N64 version, because they're different. Masked Jungle Warrior Adowa. If you get close to him, you'll be beaten. Do you understand me? Well, that sounds quite simple. How about I just, you know, roll on in there. He jumps away. Fair enough. Where are you, mate? Let's snipe you with a couple of arrows. Okay, he just smacked me with his sword. That fair enough. Let's get right in there and attack his kneecaps. There we are. Got past his defences. Easy. What if we chuck a bomb at you? Okay, he jumped away. That's not exactly ideal. Yo! And I think I got him there. Oh, he's jumping like a crazy man. Let's hit him with a bomb. I would like to hit you with a bomb, please. I know I can. It's just not working out well. Come on, you. Fight me, fool. So, if you can get in... Oh, I got him right on the kneecaps there. Let's get him right in the bottom as well. Oh, he came for the bomb. Oh, of course, cutscene. Thank you, game. I finally lured him into the bomb, and then you do this. So I'm just, like, fighting him. I haven't got a strategy, really. I just go in and slash him. But there are different ways you can fight this guy. What are these things called, actually? They don't have a name. They actually do not have a name. I know I'm wasting a lot of my bombs here, but there we are. There we are. Finally hit him with a bomb. You can hit him with bombs because there are bomb flowers surrounding the map. And as you can see here, when he's calling for a horde of moths, you can actually shoot him with arrows to stun him. And then you can get in for some slashes. As you see, this is like a proper sword fight with a giant. And you can pretty much get him however you want to. So, yeah, I know I'm like all over the place in my commentary right now, but that's the thing. You can fight this guy in pretty much any manner. And here's another way that you can fight him. There's one big flower at the front. If you hide in this, the mobs can't get you. You can pop into him. You can even drop nuts on his head. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where is he? I actually cannot find him. There he is. Wow, I can barely see him because he blends in. I guess that makes sense for his camouflage design, but... Wait, can these things not hit me when I'm Deku Link? Yeah, these mobs cannot hit you when you're Deku Link. I never knew that, actually. Hang on a minute, did he... What's hitting me? Oh, God. Okay, interesting. I couldn't get into, Yeah, I'm actually having trouble fighting him in this version. I have a much easier time in the 3DS version. Mainly because I don't let him do any of these attacks. But at the same time, I'm trying to fight him in different ways that I don't tend to. But there we are. I stunned him with a Deku Nut. And then I can stun him with my hat as well. And then I can get him for some sword slashes. That's really the only way you can damage him with your sword slashes. Everything else, like, stuns him unless it's bombs or something. But every time he's trying to summon, he's wide open. In the 3DS version, that can't be done. Pretty much, he's invulnerable to everything unless you nut him, like I did just then with the Deku Nut as Deku Link. He kind of froze there. That was a bit odd. Oh boy, that just looks horrible with the frame rate. Holy hell. That's probably another reason why I'm having trouble playing this, because there we are. The frame rate of the N64, especially in the power regions, is just atrocious. You can tell how bad it is. I know I couldn't really talk there, I didn't have a strategy, but I was trying to show the main reason why I was trying to do multiple different manners to hit him is because I wanted to show you that you have the freedom. Now, even though I'm going to be defeating him a lot quicker in the 3DS version in just a moment, well, I'm going to segue and do the whole battle again. Yes, it'll go quicker, but you don't have the agency on experimenting with your attacks. You have to beat him in a certain manner, and it's the same every time. Here, you have options, and if you come back with new items, you have even more options. Not in the 3DS version, sadly. You have seized Adult's remains. You just freed the innocent spirit of the Dark Masters, kept imprisoned within the body of the evil Adulwa. So, let's actually get into the 3DS version. Let me show you what I mean. For the 3DS version, however, they kind of botched the job. That's new! He did not have an eyeball on his noggin last time. And the intro takes a little bit longer because they have to show that off. That's the major difference, and guess what? That eyeball ruins everything. The description's pretty much the same. Tattle mentions that the eye on the head looks pretty suspicious. I wonder if there's some way to get to it. Now, you could potentially try and do what you used to do, but he'll block every single attempt, and if it looks like it should connect, it doesn't connect, even though he wasn't actually blocking that like you would do. Look, I'm hitting him. I'm clearly hitting him, and it ain't counting. Yeah, you have to do this boss in a very specific way. This is what I mean by them ruining this boss fight in this version of the game. Make sure you have Deku Nuts. Fly above him, or you're going to have to use the bomb flowers around the place, or you could get rid of the bushes in order for, to get some Deku Nuts. We'll use the high launching one, and then he'll be looking around where he can't see you. He won't be able to react well enough, and then you launch a nut at him, that knocks him down, and then you just attack his eyeball. It's a lot easier to hit his eyeball as Human Link, so you might want to take off your mask, but once you do that, he immediately goes into this phase. But guess what? It means nothing. Just do the same thing that you've done before, and keep doing that until you beat him. He's incredibly easy, no matter what you do, really, but it's very specific on what you're supposed to do in this version. He's standing on the spot right now, so what I'm going to have to do is bait him out. And you can pretty much kill everything by just popping out of the flowers anyway. So he's just looking at me right now. And because I'm too high, he can't react. Yeah, it's pretty pathetic, to be fair, but it just ruins the boss, because this guy has so many options to fight him, and yet they reduce it to nut him in the head, and then attack his eyeball. That's the extent of the battle. Right, so let's do this again, and there we are. I think that's the boss. I think that's game. I'm just going to do the hit him on every single frame technique, which, funnily enough, does still work in this version. I think he's a bit too far for me to reach him, unless I'm high enough. Because the middle one will obviously launch you higher than the rest. Yep, that gave me enough height. Take off the mask again. Get to his eyeball, and he's dead. He had one hit left. I didn't even spin attack that. That's pretty bad. Takes away all agency, all freedom, and you have to beat him in a very specific way. Could have used the bombs, but I didn't. But hey, we still did it. We still got a heart container. And that just means we actually saved a little bit of time on this version. You seized a doll's remains for the second time in this video. In doing so, you've freed the innocent spirit that was present within this dark mask. Sadly, with an imprinted eyeball on his noggin. Where the hell are we? This is very mystical. It's like a massive bath. What's that? Some figure behind that waterfall. Being all ominous and shit. It's a big red spindly leg man. Wait, listen. Seems to be saying something. Could that crying be its way of teaching us some sort of melody? Don't just stand there, get your instrument. Could it be this song? Fairies can make music with their tongues. You'd learn the Oath to Order, a song that gives me chills and goosebumps. Call us. That's what it's saying. Surprising how Tattle can actually translate that. However, we've taken out the curse of Woodfall. The water has been restored to its non-poisonous state. It's now a nice clean swamp again. And hopefully that means the evil monsters should be gone from this region. It's a shame that we can't do that for Termina Field and the rest of the place. Only time will tell. But first of all, we've got some unfinished business around here still. The 4 people Tail talked about. Do you think one of them was the spirit that was concealed that mask? Oh! You were pretty good out there! Have you done this before or what? Pretty much. I did a whole adventure of it, spanning time and space. It's pretty much round 2 here. Now, just keep up that pace and we'll save the other 3. Hey! What is it? Tattle? All that stuff I did to you? Your horse. I apologize. Sorry. There, I apologized, so don't hold it against me, got it? I'm sure it was very difficult for you. Now then, let's hurry and help that princess the monkey mentioned. Yes, that's the unfinished business that we actually have to do. After that, our next stop is in the mountains. We just gotta go do something about that skull kid. I hope your friend won't... Oh, hello there. That's the prison. Yeah, I hope your friend won't hate us for what we're doing, but... I have the perfect tool for cutting vines. Hello, madam! What? Who are you? Scatlink? Pleased to meet you. I am the Deku Princess. Ma'am. Would you by chance ask for that monkey to come save me? Yes, actually. Ah, just as I suspected. You see, your body smells like a little bit like monkey. Yeah, okay. So the monkey made it fine after all. That's good. Actually, he's in a bit of a pickle. The rest are fine, but... I was worried when I didn't come home. My father would have thought the monkey had kidnapped me. I was worried that my father would go as far as to punish the poor monkey. Don't tell me. Are you serious? Is father actually doing now? You don't have a hasty decision, father. Well, we haven't got any time to lose. Quickly, Mr. Scatlink, could you please find someone to carry me so we can go back to the Deku Palace? Sure. Let's see what I have. Not my map. I've already got my bottle full. Forgot to move my, Oh, wait, I can't put it there? Oh, I can. Why did it bleep me out on that? That was weird. Let me get rid of this. Didn't need it in the end at all. But I do need a free ball. Going back onto the N64 version, I forgot this dialogue if we transform into Deku Link. Is Mr. Scatlink correct? You also have strange powers indeed. I don't mind tight places, so surely you have something you can put me in to carry me. If you have anything at all, then by all means, take it out and use it right here. There we are. Yep, that somehow worked. It's a tight fit, but she says she'll be fine if you hurry.
Oh, Mrs. Scatlink, don't tell me lose. Hurry, take me to the palace.
Also, and ironically, in the 3DS version, my footage glitched where the Bomber's Notebook would show up once we catch the Deku Princess in a bottle. That is because this is technically a side quest that is pretty much immediately after you beat a Dolwa, because you spawn in this very room. But you don't need to do it in order to complete the area. By beating the Dolwa, you've already completed the area. However, if we want to finish the storyline of this area, we obviously want to do this, because we still got to, you know, rescue the monkey. That's the reason why we came here for. Also, I've noticed that on the N64 version, the map actually displays this room, while on the 3DS version it doesn't. But it does display the boss room on the map, but it doesn't on the N64 version. So, why does it not display it? It displays it as no map. And that's why I left it on screen. Now, please ignore the differences of my time, my health, and my magic power. In fact, ignore the magic power for the next episode in a bit, mainly because that after part 12 we'll be back to normal, because I forgot to hand in my stray fairies before the end of this particular 3-day cycle. But I'm splicing this in here because this is where I would have went to go get it if I didn't just go straight to help out the fairy princess. It's really easy to forget handing these things in. So, don't do that. That's why I'm splicing this in here, because this is where I normally would have done it. But yeah, don't forget to hand in the stray fairies, otherwise you're going to have to do it again on another 3-day cycle. Thankfully, being able to save before restarting a 3-day cycle, I'm able to come back here and do this before restarting a 3-day cycle. Being redundant here, but I'm just trying to stress, I forgot. My apologies. It's literally the one thing I missed of my notes, and it's very easy to forget. So, that's why I'm splicing this in. Oh, wise young one, I am the great fairy of wisdom. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body back to normal. As thanks, I shall enhance your magic power. Or, upgrade your spin attack to the orange level that reaches far and does more damage, even for the quick spin, if you're on the N64 version. Which, personally, I think is a little bit better, because having double magic this early on seems a little bit wasteful. And, again, going back to me forgetting to get the double magic, I came nowhere near close to even using any magic at all up until part 12. So, your magic power, or your spin attack, has been enhanced. You now have twice as much, and, as I've mentioned before, these have swapped. The green have been swapped with the pinks, and therefore, the rewards have also been swapped. You found all the stray fairies in Woodfall Temple, and revived the Great Fairy of Wisdom. As thanks, she has doubled your magic power. Come see me whenever you're overcome by weariness. So what I'm going to do is slap on this mask, and I should just be able to spin and land on one of these lily pads. Yep, and then we can just go straight forward. Well, it would have been nice if I could have actually landed on that lily pad, because this is how I normally get over here, but as I mentioned before, they kind of brought the speed of Deku Link, so you need to get a bit of a running start, then spin, instead of going to a spin to top speed. Even though that time I didn't have a lot of trouble. I took a different route. Deku Palace, away!
Attention, attention, you ever seven in the royal chamber! It's a very rare occasion to allow the insolence to do as I say. Follow this horse straight to the royal chamber. Do not enter any other areas whatsoever. Here in the Babadoobie I cannot even bloody speak. I'm so flustered.
Alright, buddy, calm down. I'm just going to do what I need to do. Oh dear.
Why are you waiting, Mr. Scatlink?
Punishment, 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 punishment. He's still knocked out.
Hot, stop it, please. They keep saying I kidnapped the pro. There's not many times to say it's not going to bring the princess back. Not again. It's doing it all day.
They've been boiling him for 24 hours. Mate, could you not? How about that? Hot, isn't it? The monkey shall suffer, and suffer until he can suffer no more. You know the wrath of a king whose darling princess was taken away from him? Right, let's fix this problem. Oh, my princess! My darling princess! Are you alright? I was so worried.
Foolish father!
That just looks wrong.
What are you doing? Tremble before the hatred of your princess. Let that monkey go this instant!
Sorry it took so long, buddy. Did it as quickly as I could.
Oh, Mr. Monkey, I'm truly sorry. Father does such rash things when he's worried about me. I understand, Princess. Forget about it. Has the temple returned to normal? Why, yes. Thanks to Mr. Scatlink here, I'm really, truly grateful.
I guess the abilities of transforming have been cleared up.
Really? So you're called Scatlink, are you? Thank you for keeping your promise to me. Buddy boot.
Indeed.
As a symbol of our gratitude, our butler has prepared a little something for you. Please accept it. You'll find it in the shrine that'll be to your right when you leave the palace.
The Royal Rush. The Deku Princess returns. You returned the Deku Princess to her family. Seems the butler has a special thank you gift at the shrine near the palace. And guess what? Because they know of our ability, we can actually take off the mask and actually be here as a human. Hasty decision making is my weakness. This time more than ever, it has become clear to me. Oh, strange traveller. There is little I can do. Please rest a bit before going.
Seems our brother's butler has taken somewhat of a liking to you, Mr. Scatlink. I believe you'll find him waiting in the shrine that will be on your right when you leave the palace. I shall never forget what you've done for us. But please forgive me if I refuse to ride in that tiny little bottle ever again.
Oh boy, have I got something fun to show later on in the game. Since we can put her in a bottle.
Has the poison swamp been cleared up? That means we can now go to the places we couldn't get to before.
Yes, about that. I'll actually be covering that in just a bit. I want to talk to the rest of these guys first, though. You're going to change your form, right? Very strange indeed. I mean, I already have.
More than anything, I'm just glad the princess returned safely. We're about to punish an innocent monkey! Scatlink, I'm sorry for all that trouble. Now it looks like we monkeys and the Deku Scrubs can start getting along again. You know, the swamp may be back to normal, but something still gives me a bad feeling. I wonder what it could be.
Don't want to scar you, mate, but you might want to look up into the sky in the next 24 hours or so. It's pretty much all you got left. But yes, we are able to head to the left now. We haven't, right now, excuse me. We haven't actually been this way yet, but you have noticed that on this map, there is an opening. And it would have been pointless doing it until now, because this is where the butler is waiting for us. And some revelations might be happening at some point. Oh boy. This is definitely another one of those spots where not having maximum speed when you spin immediately can really screw you up, considering you don't actually have a lot of room to maneuver on this ledge, and you'll see that on the way out. The Deku Shrine. Scatlink, I am truly grateful for what you have done for the princess. As a sign of our gratitude, we Deku have prepared something we may think may assist you. I will lead you to it. Please follow me. He's going to say follow me. It pretty much is, except for the fact that it's a dampy race, and this is a long one. So you want to stay on him as much as you possibly can, spin when you must. These mad scrubs will not bother you because you are a scrub yourself, so do not worry about that. It's just a little bit of an annoyance to make your way through this place, especially with a C-stick when my thumb keeps sliding off. Also, water hopping is not exactly ideal. That's a dead end, that's the wrong way. If he goes too far ahead, that could be problematic, and I think that's what we're bumping into right now. I've gone the wrong way. This is bad. For some reason, I don't remember the route. I've gone the exact wrong way every time, but thankfully he's right here. Now, there is something that you can do here. Take off the mask so you can actually jump. There is a shortcut you can take here if you nail every jump, as well as 40 rupees to your name. And because I didn't roll, even though I did press the A button, I messed up the jump. That's a shortcut you can take. I'll take the normal way next time. I did actually get the money, though. I'm actually at max of 200 rupees. Hey, aren't you supposed to keep up with him? You better try harder next time. Oh, really? You're going to fail me for that? Thank you, game. More editing for me. You followed the Deku Butler in the shrine, but you weren't able to keep up. I fell! From here, the pathway is dark and can be quite treacherous. Please follow closely and do not get separated from me. But don't go too fast. Especially when I have to water hop. The bottom of the screen in the 3DS version actually gives you a map on the correct routes. So, once you've actually cleared that area, yeah, you're able to actually see the correct route. So, if you get lost, just refer to the map. Quality of life choice for this mini dungeon of sorts in the 3D version, which is actually quite welcome. Oh, what the heck, man? I rolled and you didn't jump. Oh, okay, I grabbed the ledge that time. I thought I failed. Actually, what happens if it rolls over to the next day here? Camera, you're not helping. I'm being diddled by camera as well as myself. Not looking at the map properly. I look at it and then I just like, hang on a minute. It's messing me up more than I said it was gonna. You did go this way. I saw you. Oh, this room. In the 3DS version, don't try to hop along the platforms. It's actually faster in the N64 original, but because of the delay you have in movement every time you land, it's better to just go onto the platforms that don't move and hop across. The next room, however, is going to be really fun. It's this one. I remember the route from here on. It's the starting bit that always gets me. Actually, you could have gone straight forward, and... no, you couldn't go straight forward. You could go to the other way, and it would still take you through. Alright, so we have a gate maze. He does show you the right way to go, but a lot of stuff just happened there, because I've got an alarm going off, because we need to go to the lottery, but I can't go do that right now. I'm in the middle of a race here. And it's also become morning, which is why my alarm went off. I shouldn't have failed this more than I did, and we're on a new floor now, according to the map. Why did I go this way? It's because I looked at my map at that moment. Go this way. Thankfully, you do not slip down if you don't go on the stairway. I know which way to go. It's the most sharpest turn possible to the left. And I think we're almost done. I think this is the last bit. And, yeah, I'm gonna just become human. Don't ask... Oh, shit, I don't have my bow on. And I put the Great Fairy Mask on as a panic. Right, so we'll whack that. I think that is the door from behind shutting, so I think we're fine on that. Slap on this mask again so we can get some speed. He went this way. I think you can go both ways, though. It gives you a couple of pennies. The map will tell us if that's the case. That's what I was thinking of. And there we are done. I don't know why I always get screwed over at the beginning. I just can't keep up with him at the start. Well done, Scatlink. Now, here is the item I promised. Please accept it. So, did we have to follow you all the way here because the mask was just left here? Or did you have that on your person the whole time and you were just messing with me? And even if that was the case and it was here, can you not have just grabbed that in the meantime, come back to the start and just given it to me? Why test me for this? I already rescued your princess. What more do you want? You got the Mask of Sense. It's Pigmadangar. Wear it to heighten your sense of smell. That's the smell of power. Get a good whiff, boys. It's cauliflower. Actually, when I see you, I am reminded of my son who left home long ago. As I felt as though I was once again racing with my son. I may have tried too hard to outrun you. So as I am, I'm too fast. Just like when I raced my son. Please forgive my rudeness. You can find your way out here for that light over there. I look forward to meeting you again. Scatlink, take care. Remind him of his son. That was even highlighted in orange. Huh. Wonder what that means. You kept up with the Deku Butler. It's been added to your notebook. You managed to keep up with the speedy Deku Butler. He gave you the Mask of Sense. We need to go and buy ourselves a... I'm standing in the ring. I'm standing in the ring. Thank you, game. That was delayed as hell. I would go back to town and deal with the lottery again. We seem to be ending every episode on the lottery. And that's what we're going to be doing. Because I have one more thing left to do before we move onwards. And I accidentally walked back in because I was trying to back up so I had enough speed. Because, I mean, I'm just going to show you how broken this is. A lot of people have shown this. Let me try to spin and gain speed to get to the lily pad. I can barely make it. Without getting a running start. But, oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that. Nah, stop. Right. I want to make my way back on foot here, because there is one more thing that we can do before we actually move on. And it's the last thing I want to do in this episode. And then we'll deal with the lottery at the beginning of the next episode. Just to change things up a tad, because every episode, lottery. Thank you. I did not mess that up, because otherwise I would have been put back to the beginning. That wouldn't have been nice. I want to head back over this way. There we are. And I want to hop through here. If you notice, when we came out to go across to the Deku Palace from Woodfall, the mushrooms were all gone. In fact, they've been replaced with mostly palm trees. When we hop out, there is, I believe, a grotto near here. No, I don't want to do that. I want to check this. The fearful spider house dead ahead. We can't get in there right now. Unless we, you know, use a torch to light this. But we're not going to do that for now because it's kind of pointless. Instead, we want to hop back over this way. Because this hole was being covered by mushrooms before. Either that or it was under the mushrooms and we couldn't see it. But I wanted to hop into this right now before we end the episode off. Crack this open. And we have another 20 rupees. I wanted to show off this grotto because it's one that you don't normally see. It's quite hidden. But with that, I'm going to meet you guys back at Clock Tower for the next episode, where we're going to start off with the lottery and a few other things. Since now we have a bow, we can now actually do some mini-games. We got that shooting gallery to do, both in town and at the swamp. We also got one in Clock Town, but I'm going to do the swamp one in the next episode, so I'll meet you guys back there after the lottery. See you guys then.